Hey, everybody. I think we're live. We're live, and welcome to Rocksmith Encore. My name's Dan Amrick. I used to be the community developer, but now I'm nowhere near that important. And every once in a while, once a month, we here on the Rocksmith channel here on Twitch, we generally do sort of playthroughs of DLC. We let you know what's new every week with our latest downloadable songs that you can learn to play on guitar or bass at your own pace with our dynamic difficulty system. And that's all well and good, but once a month we cut loose and we do something different. We do something that might be free form. We do maybe a live interactive lesson, or we'll do a history piece, or sometimes, through incredibly bad judgment, they let me host a Rocksmith the Game Show. So what we have here is a game of answers and questions that I have written specifically for today. Our three contestants do not know about it. They don't know what they're in for, so this will all unfold live. It will be fun. We'll play a full round of Jeopardy, and I'm happy to say that you at home may win a copy of our home game. We have some codes to give away over the course of this show. Check with UB Jurassic for when it's time to do that. But we have Xbox One and PS4 copies to give for the official Ubisoft version of Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. So if you're here just because you want to test yourself at guitar and music trivia, or you're here because you want to get free things, or you're here just because you want to prove that you're smarter than everybody that works at Rocksmith, you have come to the right place. So let's take a look briefly at why we're really here. This is Rocksmith. If you're not familiar with what Rocksmith is, here's like 30 seconds of figuring it out, and then we'll come back and we'll meet our contestants. We'll play round one of Rocksmith the Game Show. Thank you very much for being here.
We challenged people across the country to learn guitar in 60 days with Rocksmith. Here's what happened.
Oh wait, I should probably turn it up, huh?
No! It actually tracks every note you play.
And as you totally nail each section, it gets harder.
They've got like hundreds of songs from so many bands.
The fact that you're plugging in a real guitar is awesome.
I can't even imagine being where I am in such a short time.
Rocksmith costs way less than any private lessons you can do. On day 60, I've got awesome guitar riffs that I can pull out anytime. I feel like I'm a guitar player now.
Rocksmith, the fastest way to learn guitar. Now updated with improved practice tools and menus and 6 bonus songs. Learn more at rocksmith.com.
That's what we've got. That's what we do. We make Rocksmith 2014 remastered. This is a great way to learn how to play guitar and bass. And honestly, it's a way that works for a lot of people where other methods don't. You may be using this in combination with other methods, or you may be using exclusively Rocksmith, but either way, we're happy if Rocksmith is part of your toolbox. Speaking of toolbox, here's my 3 players today. I want to introduce you to the community developer, of course. That's Doug Lilly. And this is the first time you've been on the stream and not playing a game, not playing a guitar, and not hosting since you moved out here.
Correct.
That's pretty great. And it says here in my notes that you studied to be a mortuary assistant. Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
Okay, my notes are faulty. Who got these notes? Then what is your background other than what do you do as community developer?
So I
develop communities. One would assume.
I develop communities. Well, the community was already here when I got here.
That's right. And what a fine community it was that you inherited.
Yeah, it's a really great community. But no, I'm the liaison between the community and the studio here.
And also, that's a two-way street, right?
Yes.
So you not only bring information from the studio to the fans, but also fan feedback is very seriously considered and incorporated on the studio side.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for doing that. And I'm sorry that you're not a mortuary assistant, because I thought you would have had a really good joke about that.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I guess not. It's fine.
Maybe that's why you like Ghost.
Maybe.
Hey,
maybe.
there we
I
go.
did
Chris
go
Wu,
to-
you're our only returning player this time. Now, those of you who watched the first episode of Rocksmith, the game show, first of all, you can go back after this if you really enjoy this ridiculous thing. Watch the first episode. Chris is on there along with David Stevens and Brian McCune. David Stevens actually is the winner.
Right.
He is the reigning champion, but through incredibly poor planning on our part, today was his day off. So he does not get to defend his championship title here, but I guess we're going to have to work our way towards a Tournament of Champions at some point.
I can't believe he was so afraid of the rematch that he took
Yeah.
the day off just to avoid it.
Chris Wu, you are the
It's a little
international
surprising.
product manager?
That's correct.
Is that
Yes.
correct? And it says here that you studied beekeeping.
Yeah, I believe the technical term is apiary.
Yes, apiary science. Yes, very good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And that's something that you presumably enjoed?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thanks. Well, let's hear it for
that-
the bees.
Yeah, let's hear it for the bees. And really, I think what inspired me to get into beekeeping was the Bee Movie,
Ah, yes.
which is also
Of course it would.
So you like jazz?
So you like jazz? Okay, thank you.
Beekeeping, yeah.
And good luck today, because maybe you won't embarrass yourself as badly as you did last time. Andrew Levin is our third contestant. Oh, I am not Alex Trebek. I am not a nice man when I host game shows. Andrew Levin, you're one of our more recent note trackers, and you are the only legitimate note tracker up here, which suggests that you have more musical knowledge than either Doug or Chris Wu.
That is absolutely correct.
All right. I like how you're sending me mixed signals,
yeah.
too. And my notes, once again, incredibly inaccurate notes, says that your hobby is dancing the lambada. Is that correct? The forbidden dance?
What?
Yeah? No?
I don't know what that is.
Oh.
We said we wouldn't talk about that.
That's right. Yeah, no, way to feign ignorance for my question. Okay, well, let me just set up some of what we're going to do today. If you are familiar with Jeopardy, this game feels an awful lot like that. It is structured the same way. We're going to have 2 rounds. I'm going to give them trivia in the form of answers. They have to give me the questions. As Chris Wu will no doubt point out, the questions do not have to be grammatically correct. So you can actually say, when is blue, or whatever the answer is. Chris likes to get creative with that, and we let him.
Mind games.
Yes,
Mind
mind games. Today's prize, as I mentioned, some of you out there will be winning stuff from UB Jurassic. That's Brian. He's our community manager, and he will take care of the giveaways as he sees fit throughout today's show. We will have a couple of breaks. I think you'll probably get some of that, but he'll let you know what he's giving away and when you can enter. It's very simple. As long as you're here in our chat room live and following along and doing what he tells you to do, then you have a pretty good chance of winning a free copy of Jeopardy for a game console on which it currently exists. Here in the studio, the prize, again, checking my notes, is nothing for winning, and the losers will be executed live on air. So, hey, good luck to both of you.
In its win it, Dan.
Yeah.
Did we get clearance for that?
This is Hunger Games Jeopardy style. I also want to shout out to Michael V. Batista. Michael Batista is a friend of mine who, when he saw me running Jeopardy games at PAX with a really janky version of PowerPoint, he said, I can rebuild you something better than that. I was like, whatever, total stranger. And 3 months later, he's like, well, here's your HTML5 version of Jeopardy. So if you would like to run Jeopardy, he makes this available for free to everyone because he's a really nice guy. But thank you to Michael V. Batista. And just ping me later, and I will get you the information on how you can download this and write your own questions if you so choose. So let me check and find where I put the actual Rocksmith game. There it is, Rocksmith Jeopardy V3, because we actually went ahead and tested this in advance. So this has been beta tested, so there should be a minimal amount of mistakes, and there should be a pretty good flow. So starting off, our categories are 1999, that is the year, so it's things that happened in that year. 4-letter words, I'm sure you're all experts at those because you work here. Potent Potables, which is the Jeopardy way to say booze. Women Who Rock, which is self-explanatory, literary band names, and real Jeopardy guitar. These are actual questions that appeared on the actual Jeopardy show that I flat out stole because I didn't want to have to write 5 more questions. So these are not my fault. Everything else I wrote, but these 5 are legitimate guitar-related questions that appeared on the show over the years. So you each have lockout buzzers. I'm going to say, well, let's do them in order. Green is testing. Blue, give me a test. And then red, give me a test. How it's going to work is when you guys choose what it is that you want for the category and the dollar value, I will the buzzers remain locked as long as one is lit. When I'm done speaking, and I talk fast, so when I'm done reading the question, I will hit this button to unlock that, and then after that, the first buzzer in wins. You can buzz in before that; it just won't count. And unlike the show, there is no penalty for ringing in way too early or anything. I think that they did that for a little while. So that's all I ask is wait for me to answer. And if you're frustrated, it's just because somebody else is faster or they're waiting for the thing. So as Chris pointed out, because I don't want him to have any advantage, he's like, so what I should be doing is watching your hand. This is the magic buzzer thing.
Okay.
So it says control belongs to red. There at the bottom of the screen, you can see who it is. And since I will probably only be able to mention colors, probably refer to you as red, green, and blue.
Okay.
So please don't take that personally. But red, you get to choose where we start in round 1.
All right. I'll go for 4-letter words for 200.
All right. Oh, and I have a touchscreen now. UK guitarists call this accessory a plectrum more often than their American counterparts. Green.
What is a pick?
That is correct. And let me make sure that I get this correct. Yes, now you have $200.
Yeah.
I remember how the software works. This is the first time I'm running it with a touch screen, which makes it a lot easier for me, but I forget how to play.
Do we not get to see the board larger than?
I don't know. I guess you don't get to see the board larger than that.
Yeah, that would be cool because it's hard to read.
I thought we were going to, but let's see if they can figure that out. In the meantime, just go with what you got.
Okay.
Green, you have control.
I would like 1999 for 200.
All right. While his song 1999 inevitably became an anthem that year, it was actually released in 1982. Red.
Prince. Who is Prince?
Yes. I was going to say, I do bust you for that. You do have to put it in the form of a question. Boy, you guys have been so fast, I didn't even touch the timer. There is a timer, so look for the red dots to go down. Yeah, won't need it because you're too good. Also, unlike the show, we're going to run the board. So whatever your strategy is, that's fine, but you're not dealing with a time limit because we have an hour to fill with a half-hour game. So let's just make it that easy.
Who is
well, you don't have to necessarily do that. But go ahead. You're in control, Andrew.
Okay, I'll go for 1999 for 400.
All right. Sean Fanning and Sean Parker launched this peer-to-peer file sharing service on June 1, 1999. It was quickly used to distribute MP3s. Blue.
How is Napster?
How is Napster? Not doing quite as well as it did at its start, did it? Yeah. It's still out there. It is still out there.
It's legit now, right?
Yes. Chris Wu, you have... please... how is that? Chris, you have control. Where would you like to go?
Let's do Potent Potables for 800.
All right. Inspired by Thin Lizzy's arrangement, Metallica won a Grammy for their version of this traditional Irish tune in 2000. Blue.
Where is Whiskey in the Jar?
That is correct. The whiskey in the jar is in the jar. You jerk.
All
go
right.
Go ahead.
What is the second to...
Four-letter literary band names is the fifth category.
Okay, let's do literary band names for 600.
Okay. C.S. Lewis's fourth Narnia novel provided the title for this Australian band who had a hit with Tomorrow in 1995. Blue.
Who is Silverchair?
That is correct. There is a Daily Double. Actually, it's not called Daily Double, but I'll save the surprise of what it's called because we had to Rocksmithify it. So keep in mind that you will be able to wager a little something extra, and it'll be your category, your question exclusively, if you are the first person to find that in this round.
Let's do 4-letter words for 1,000.
All right. Top of the category. Michael Balzery has played some funky bass lines in the Red Hot Chili Peppers since 1993, albeit under this nickname. Blue.
Where is Flea?
Where is Flea? Southern California, of course. Well done. And Andrew got just beat to the buzzer. You knew it.
Every time.
You knew it.
Like 4 times in a row.
He's really good at the buzzer.
And it was a 4-letter word that started with F, too.
I know.
Chris, where to?
The actual Jeopardy guitar questions for 800.
Okay.
We can't appreciate your clever names.
That's fine. In 1972, Rod Stewart hit the top 40 with Angel, written by this legend who played like his guitar was on fire. Green.
Who is Jimi Hendrix?
That is correct.
Yeah. All right. I would like to go with 1999 for 600.
Sure.
For the
you get it. It's Wage Against the Machine. So this is your daily double opportunity. You currently have 1,000. You can bet up to 1,000.
Sure.
You're gonna do a true daily double?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna type that in.
Crash and burn.
This is just for Doug. You guys cannot ring in, and you should not give him any hints because you're playing against him. But Doug, this is just for you.
Okay.
In October 1999, Melissa Off DeMar parted ways with Hole. A month later, Gary Sharon exited as vocalist of this band. And there's your timer.
Do not know.
Do you want to take a guess?
No, I was stuck on Hole.
Oh, okay.
You threw me off.
Sorry.
No.
What is Van Halen?
Oh,
Gary Sharon was Van Halen. So you lose that $1,000. But you're at 0, but you still have control of the board?
We'll stick in the 90s.
All right. Online retailer Musician's Friend was acquired by this brick-and-mortar chain of stores in 1999. Blue.
How is Guitar Center?
How is Guitar Center is correct.
Come on.
Don't let this come to blows, please.
Buzzer, man.
Let's do Women Who Rock for 1,000.
All right. Johnny Cash called this SG-wielding gospel singer his biggest inspiration. She was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. Red.
Who is Sister Rosetta Tharpe?
That is correct. See, and you're right back in it. Oh, damn it, I got it wrong. Okay, hold on. I actually said that you got that question wrong. So you're going to see some magic here as I adjust scores. That was, how much was that?
The fix is in.
That was 1,000.
Yeah,
So
Sister Rosetta Tharpe.
you were at 200, so that puts you at 1,200. Am I doing the?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing the.
I
the,
can't even
the
see
math
our
right.
scores.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They're too tiny.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean that is kind of tiny anyway. In here, it's just because that's really more for me to call it out. But anyway, Red, you not only got it right, but I gave you your money back, so you've got $1,200 in control. Where to, Andrew?
Okay, let's see. Let's do Potent Potables for 400.
All right. The Champ's ode to this Mexican liquor appears in Rocksmith Remastered, while Far Cry New Dawn opted for a 1959 version of the song by Elvis's bassist, Bill Black. Blue.
Where's tequila?
Where is tequila? I hate you so much. Go ahead.
Let's do 4-letter words for 600.
600, middle of the category. Fender's first 5-string version of this electric instrument featured a high C string and was not a success in 1965. Green.
Do you have an electric bass?
Yes, I'll take that, but let's not get too cute because otherwise I'll hit the wrong button. Yes, a bass is what I was looking for.
Okay.
Do you have an electric?
1999.
Like I've never had anybody go conversational Jeopardy. What are your thoughts on?
Well, I just want this to be an authentic experience
I
between the four of us.
appreciate that. Where do you want that to go now?
1999.
For
kill
1,000,
it.
finishing the category. In 1999, this acoustic guitar company swiftly started making instruments with the bolt-on NT neck for new technology. Yes,
Who's
Red.
Taylor?
Taylor Guitars is what I'm looking for. Swiftly, you picked it up. Very good. It's your call now. You're in second place with 2,200. Where would you like to go?
Let's go for. I'm just trying to see
So-
the.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's fine. Let's do Women Who Rock for 600.
All right. She won the inaugural season of American Idol in 2002. She's also the voice of Moxie in the Ugly Dolls movie. Yes, Blue.
How is Kelly Clarkson?
How is Kelly Clarkson? I think she's doing fine.
Guitar Jeopardy actual question. 400.
400?
Yeah.
All right. At a 1981 show, this Rolling Stones axeman swung his guitar at a fan who jumped on stage.
Who is Keith Richards?
Who is Keith Richards is what I'm looking for. Notice who is when dealing with a person, Chris.
Yeah.
That's
You've never heard of Keith Richards?
all right, Andrew, where to?
I don't know, man. Let's see. Let's do literary band names for 400.
All right. The Chicago alt-rockers who recorded Volcano Girls and the spoiled girl from Road Doll's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Yes, Green.
Who is Veruca Salt?
Veruca Salt is what I'm looking for.
All right. Let's. What's the second from the right? It's all
Second
really
from the right, four-letter word. Oh, literary band names. Yeah. 4-letter words, Potent Potables, Women Who Rock, literary band names, and Real Jeopardy guitar.
Literary band names for 800.
All right. At age 15, singer and guitarist Isaac Brock chose this band's name from a passage in the 1925 Virginia Woolf novel, The Mark on the Wall. No, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Silent, utter silence. What is Modest Mouse?
Oh.
See, who is Modest Mouse? Sorry, either would have been acceptable.
What makes a modest mouse?
Yeah. No harm, no foul. Green, you still have control.
Let's go 200.
Where, please?
Same.
Oh,
Same. Same
okay.
category.
Literary band
Anywhere.
names. In 1965, this LA band took their name from the title of an Aldous Huxley novel, leaving off the words of perception. Red.
Who are the Doors?
The Doors is what I'm looking for. You have control and 2,800. You're still in second place, but you are gaining.
Okay, let's do 4-letter words for 800.
Okay. Clamp one of these accessories onto your guitar's neck to temporarily change the instrument's key. Blue.
When is a capo?
When is a capo is sort of correct.
Let's close out literary band names for 1,000.
All right, big money. As metal bands go, you could do worse than name yourself after J.R.R. Tolkien's Mountain of Fate. You get a couple extra seconds because I couldn't press the timer. Who is Amon Amarth?
Oh.
Amon Amarth. But that's okay. Where to, Chris?
Let's do Potent Potables for 1,000.
All right. Doug Hopkins, co-founder of this Follow You Down band from Arizona, sadly took his own life after unsuccessfully battling depression and alcoholism. Remember the category, who are the Gin Blossoms? Follow You Down by the Gin Blossoms.
Oh.
I was just sad because.
Yeah, no, it's a total
Yeah.
bummer of a category, or a question anyway. But regardless, Chris, where to?
Let's do 1,000 on the real guitar Jeopardy.
All right. Then
Big.
session guitarist Jimmy Page played on this one named guy's Sunshine Superman. Right now, there's a whole bunch of people watching Twitch screaming, "How can you not know this?" But it's actually pretty tough. Who is Donovan? Donovan.
I don't
Also
know.
known
Couldn't
from
tell you.
Yeah.
Mellow Yellow. Yes.
Season of the Witch.
Okay,
Very good.
let's go 200 in the Women Who Rock.
All right. Women Who Rock for 2. Ann Wilson is the singer in this Seattle-based band, but sister Nancy provided lead vocals on the 1985 mega hit These Dreams. Blue.
How is Heart?
How is hard? Oh, you're testing mine.
See
Go
how we
ahead
all
and.
pressed it at the same time.
Let's do 800 Women Who Rock.
All right. She named her debut album Eye to the Telescope due to her childhood experiences at her father's physics lab at the University of St. Andrews in Scotland. Chris is racking his brain for a good reason. He remembers this album art, distributing it as you do to everybody who needs the album art on our team. It's KT Tunstall. Who is KT Tunstall?
I knew we released it because
Yep.
I wrote that fact in, in the email.
Well, I didn't know that, or
yeah.
else I would have disqualified the question, knowing that you were. But anyway, still in control, Chris. Where to?
Potent Potable 600.
All right. George Thorogood's cover of One Bourbon, One Scotch, One Beer was a rowdy reworking of the 1966 original by this Delta blues man. Green.
Who is John Lee Hooker?
That is correct.
That's in
I
Rocksmith.
think. Yes, it is. Sometimes I have to check. I wrote this a month ago. I don't remember everything.
Yeah.
Andrew, you look sad. Don't be sad.
I just forgot who that was.
Oh, that's all right.
That's
So the key to Jeopardy is not how difficult it is, but how quickly you can recall it. So don't feel bad, because that's the hardest part. You know it, but knowing it when you need to know it, that's Jeopardy.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah. Hey, Green.
Yes, Potent Potables.
All right, for 2. In 1996, Real Big Fish sang, "If you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend." And I say, I think I'll have myself one of these. Red.
Why is beer?
Why is beer? Don't ever question why beer is. All right, Andrew.
Okay, so we got 4-letter words for $400.
All right. When a guitarist steps into the spotlight to play a melodic passage of the song by themselves, they're playing one of these. Yes, Blue.
How's the solo?
Solo is what I am looking for. 3 more to go.
600.
600 in Real Jeopardy guitar. Julie Andrews sang and played the guitar on Do Re Mi in this 1965 blockbuster. Yes, Blue.
What is The Sound of Music?
Sound of Music is correct. Hey, it had guitar in it, so I figured why not.
Let's do Women Who Rock for 400.
Okay. Guitarists Joan Jett and Lita Ford were queens of noise with this all-female hard rock and punk band in the late 1970s. Green.
Who are the Runaways?
Correct. And we'll finish the board with, since the early 19th century, it's been the number of strings on a standard guitar. Yes, Green.
How many is 6?
How many is 6? 6 is the right answer. All right. Not that big of a runaway for Chris yet, and of course, dollar values will double in our second round.
Seriously, what are the points?
Oh, I'm sorry.
No
So
idea
right
what
now,
the-
Andrew, you have 3,000 points. Even though there's a dollar sign, ain't nobody getting money today.
Why?
No, it's because I ain't got three grand. Chris, you're in the lead with 6,600, and Green, Doug has 2,200. He is last, so he will go first in our double round. While we do that, let's take a brief break because we all need drinks. It's really ridiculously hot in here, and I'm sure people are going to argue with me about the buzzers. But during this break, enjoy a short video. I believe the video is a 60-day challenge success story with Casey and how Rocksmith worked for Casey when Casey tried to play guitar from not having played in a long time. Rocksmith kept him motivated, and this is his story. You should also pay attention to UB Jurassic in our chat room. This is where one of the giveaways is probably going to happen. But when we come back, Double Jeopardy after this. Thanks for being here.
So, gonna get my guitar out. I haven't seen the guitar itself in like 2 years. It's probably been up here for about a year and a half. My name is Casey Koyman, and I'm 32 years old. Instruments growing up were very foreign to me. I went to a summer camp one time and they had a guitar class. I couldn't figure it out. To me, it just didn't make sense. And then I also got interested in other things. I mean, I was 12 years old and there were girls in the camp, so maybe I just took it to hang out with girls. I don't know. When I first picked up the guitar, I was nervous just to like hold the guitar in the first place. It's scary because it's an instrument, and I feel that instruments, they have to be a part of you versus being something that's set aside. And I feel like that is always scary to me. But when I plugged it into Rocksmith and I'm playing one note out of the entire song, I feel like it's not as daunting. It's not as scary. It doesn't have to be that to start. Hopefully after this process though, I'll be able to pull it down and start jamming. So far I'm enjoying everything about this game. I mean, I really enjoy the challenge of it, but also the fun of it, because it keeps you motivated to keep going forward with it. I recognized all the chords, and I was able to know what they were. My fingers couldn't move fast enough, but I know where they should have gone. And that's a positive. That's a positive thing. Get it? Today I was working on specific songs with the software. I was working on Painted Black, which was awesome. My accuracy is up. You know, I just played this with 94% accuracy. I feel like I've improved tremendously in comparison to where I was just 3 weeks ago. I've been playing Rocksmith now for 45 days. It really followed my progression of improvement. So when I start playing a little bit better, it starts challenging me a little more. In one of the mini games, I just had the best score I've ever had, and that was really exciting for me. I'm very happy with where I'm at, very happy with the progress. I've struggled with every other way, and I found this way to be the best. And that's like an honest fact. I pick up the guitar right now, I could play the riff from Walk This Way like that, you know, which is pretty cool. Rocksmith has provided me with a wonderful foundation to continue playing guitar. And that's 60 days. So the software actually processes you faster than you think, and it's pretty amazing.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rocksmith Encore. Today is a special day because Rocksmith Encore is our sort of freeform show that we do once a month. This month, for some reason, Doug said, "Can you do another episode of Rocksmith Jeopardy?" And I said, "Sure, that'd be fun." So today we're playing Rocksmith the game show. You have come in at the end of the first round. Chris Wu is currently in the lead. And followed, oh boy, they're unhappy with each other. Andrew Levin in second place right now, and Doug Lilly, your community developer, is currently in third. But as anybody who watches Jeopardy knows, your fortunes can change because dollar values will be doubling in this next round. Keep an eye on the chat as well because we have some things to give away over the course of the show. UB Jurassic is our community manager, Brian Turner. And Brian will be giving away actual home copies of Jeopardy because Ubisoft has the license, which means we probably won't get sued for this irreverent send-up of Jeopardy. And there's going to be some people that win for both Xbox One and for PS4. So whichever platform you would prefer, keep an eye on the chat, and Brian will let you know when you need to do what you need to do. So we're going into the second round. We're going to go to 6 new categories. We have made some adjustments in the studio, so it should be a little bit easier for our players to see. And let's go to the next round. Your categories will be the following: the Bay Area.
Oh yeah.
You should know that. Yeah, it should be hella easy, right?
Hella, yeah.
Unusual guitars. This is a photo category, so I'm not only going to give you a quiz, but I'm going to give you a visual to go with that. Before and after artists. Now, if you watch Jeopardy, you know before and after is putting 2 phrases together that share a common word in the middle. So when we did this in a video game context, it was Resident Evil Dead, or Rocket League of Legends, that kind of joke, right? So you're looking for two bands or two artists that are overlapping with one word in the middle. It is difficult, but you have to do it because there's no timer on this one, and damn it, I wrote 5 of them. So, but just be aware, like, it's tricky to come up with it in the amount of time. Everybody at home is going to find it a lot easier because they're like, I'm not under pressure. I can do this. Innovators, fictional bands, and yes, 5 questions about Jeopardy. Jeopardy questions about Jeopardy. It's so meta. So we're going to test your knowledge of Jeopardy. Doug, you are the green player. Chris Wu is the blue player. And Andrew is the red player. So Green, you start us off. Where would you like to go for round 2? There are 2 Wage Against the Machines in this round as well. So you will have opportunities to boost your score dramatically if you are right on those.
I would like to treat us all to a before and after for 400.
All right.
Oh, no.
I'm glad you're starting easy anyway. You know you've got to fight for your right to party, but it might lead you to some R&B at the end of the road. Blue.
Who are Beastie Boys to Men?
That is correct. Okay, so I guess it's not that hard, but now you see how it works as well.
Yeah.
So, Chris, where to?
Unusual Guitars, 1200.
All right. The rectangular Gretsch 6138 was created in 1958 as a signature model for this blues rock pioneer. Red.
Who is Bo Diddley?
Bo Diddley is correct. That's a real guitar.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go for the Bay Area. 1200.
12. All right. Courtney Love sang for this epic Bay Area band for about 6 months in the early 80s. Chuck Mosley and Mike Patton handled vocals later. Yes. Blue.
Who is Faith No More?
Faith No More is correct. There is video proof of Courtney Love singing with Faith No More.
Nice.
Let's do Innovators for 1600.
Okay. His 1956 instrumental track Rumble is often cited as one of the first songs to use distortion, not to mention power chords. Blue.
How is Link Ray?
Link Ray is correct. And I know Andrew knew that.
Fast shooter,
Did
man.
you note track that one?
I did not note track it, but...
but you know it.
I know it.
All right. Sorry. Chris, Wu, you have control.
Let's go Jeopardy So Meta for 800.
All right. This parody musician's I Lost on Jeopardy is credited with reviving the TV show in the mid-'80s. Red.
Who is Weird Al?
That is correct. Weird Al Yankovic.
Is there a bonus for who he was parodying, or no?
No, but if you want to go ahead and give that, we're always open to trivia.
Yeah, that was a Greg Kinn
Yes,
song.
the Greg Kinn band. I was going to say you have a bit of an in because don't you sit like next to Rye?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I also grew up in the Bay Area.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. So it was never not on the radio.
It was on the radio, and then I listened to Greg Kinn on the radio all the time growing
Sure.
up. Speaking of the Bay Area, 1600.
All right, 16. Oh, it's time for
Wage
Wage Against the
Against-
Machine. So, Andrew, you have the opportunity to make some serious money. Chris is almost ahead of you by double. So, if you want to be bold, you can bet as much as $5,000, or you can be conservative, depending on what you think you know about the Bay Area.
Okay. Okay. So do I write down?
No. You just tell me.
Okay. I'll wager a G 1,000.
1,000 on the Bay Area. Okay, this is just for you. You guys don't have to worry about it, and you have the full time if you need it.
Okay.
On this question. Metallica's early days were spent rehearsing in a garage at 3132 Carlson Boulevard in this East Bay city.
Where's El Cerrito?
That is correct, El Cerrito. It's right near my Chipotle.
Yeah, I should have bet.
I throw the horns every time I drive by.
Yeah.
All right, so you just made a quick $1,000 on a $1,200 question. That's great.
Good news for me.
Where to, Andrew?
Oh, didn't I say Bay Area 1,200? Or that was the same? That was the
That
question.
was the Daily Double. Sorry, that was the Daily Double.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Well, then
it's okay.
I'll go for Bay Area for 800.
All right. This hometown anthem by Bay Area native Starship went to #1 in the U.S. and was voted the worst song ever by Rolling Stone readers in 2011. Yes, Red.
Who built this city? We built this city. Who is We Built This City?
Sure, all right. You got there eventually. He said, who is We Built This City? And by your own rules, that's valid.
Who built the city?
He said, "Who built this city?"
Who built this
And then I
city?
said, who built the city?
We built this city.
That's
What
I-
is who we
That's
are?
not a question. If you said
All right,
that.
Chris. Simmer down now.
Yeah.
Andrew, you still have control. And Chris, you still have the lead.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
I mean, you're still
but-
$3,000
yeah,
in the lead.
Bay Area 2,000.
All right. Chris is going to file a formal grievance after this. Did you hear the news? This Marin-based harmonica player gets a shout-out from Phil Lynott on Thin Lizzy's live and dangerous recording of Baby Drives Me Crazy. Wondered if somebody was going to take a stab at it. Did you hear the news? His name is Huey Lewis. It is the same Huey Lewis And he played live with Thin Lizzy in the 70s. The band Clover went over there to take advantage of the pub rock scene because they weren't getting anything going in America. Then they came back very successful. So you can hear Phil Lynott call out Huey Lewis on harmonica. It's really awesome. Go to Spotify, check it out.
It's the same guy from Slippery Elm, right?
I believe so.
Right, yeah.
Yes. In any case, you still have control, Andrew.
I love having control.
Ah.
Bay Area.
What will you do with that control? 400?
Yeah, Bay Area 400.
Good, because that's the only one left. In a semi-charmed 1996 gig at the San Francisco Civic Auditorium, this then unsigned band actually played an encore when opening for Oasis. Blue.
What is Third Eye Blind?
Yes.
All right, let's do fictional bands for 12.
Still hunting for that other one, aren't you? It's the name of Cartman's Christian rock band on South Park. Yes, Red.
Who is Faith Plus One?
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
You just keep going. Once you get it right, you still get to
Unusual Guitars, 1600.
All right. The lost sibling of the Explorer and Flying V, this Gibson is more myth than musical instrument. No verified production models from 1957 exist. Blue.
When is the Modern?
Yeah, the Gibson Modern is generally how it's called, but we don't call off for the mispronunciation. Ba-dunk. I don't know what that was.
Yep. Something got plugged in or unplugged.
It's fine.
Before and after artists, 1600.
All right. Ready for rejection? This artist blends the soulful pop of Forget You with the acoustic arpeggiation of Good Riddance, Time of Your Life. Blue.
How is CeeLo Green Day?
That is correct.
Well
done. Well done, yeah.
Let's do 2000 in Innovators.
2000 Innovators. In 1955, he invented the humbucker and applied for a patent. He later left Gibson to work with Fender and Seymour Duncan. It'll sound familiar, probably. Who is Seth Lover? Okay, maybe it won't sound familiar because you're just not into gear that much, and that's okay.
We'll do Jeopardy So Meta for 2000.
All right. Oh, it's the other Wage Against the Machine. Now you are way ahead with 13,400. Andrew has $8,000, and Doug is still at 2,200 because you keep beating him to the buzzer, I think.
Yeah.
So how much would you like to wager on a $2,000 question, knowing that you could just run away with this game if you're bold, and you get it right?
I don't feel that confident in my Jeopardy knowledge, so I'll do 1,600.
All right, that's fair. 1,600, this is just for Chris. In addition to hosting his own talk show in the 1970s, he created Jeopardy and wrote its famous think music.
Who is Merv Griffith?
I'm sorry, no. Who is Merv Griffin? That one needs to be legit. So you lose 1,600. And a couple of and a quarter in the square jar, and but you still have control, and you still have the lead by 4,800.
How many bits is that?
Fudge. You still have control, Chris. So where to? You still have the lead
fictional
too.
2000.
Fictional bands for $2,000. 4-Star Mary provided the music for this Buffy the Vampire Slayer band, in which Seth Green's Oz played guitar. Little tricky. What is Dingoes Ate My Baby? Great band name for a band that didn't exist.
Let's do Before and After Artists 2000.
All right. The rapper of X Gonna Give It To You is also the mayor of Simpleton from this Beatlesque trio. This is my favorite one. Who is DMXTC?
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
I was happy with that one.
Let's
you want to finish out those 2000s?
Jeopardy So Meta 1,600.
All right. With a 74-day win streak in 2004 and over $3 million in winnings to his name, he's Jeopardy's all-time champ. Blue.
How is Ken Jennings?
How is Ken Jennings? Maybe a little scared right now, based on how Jeopardy is going right now. No, actually, he did a great interview where he's like, no, I love watching this, and I'm amazed that nobody has come close to doing what he's done in the last 15 years since I was on top. So I think that he's been very, very gracious about it. He knows he's going to be on a Tournament of Champions with that guy eventually anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And he's talked about it. He's an older man now. He's not
ready.
The youthful Ken Jennings of the past.
Okay, Chris.
Let's do Unusual Guitars for 2000.
All right. This short-lived early 80s Gibson model was intended to look like a crow in flight, hence its name, but more people said it looked like a can opener. What is the Gibson Corvus?
Oh, Corvus.
And if you want to see, that's the word for crow. And if you want to see one of these live, go to the Starving Musician in Berkeley. They have one on the back wall.
For how much?
More than it's probably worth,
Okay.
but I'll say it's fun to see it there. So.
Right. Let's do Fictional Band 1,600.
Okay. Kevin played drums in this police cover band on The Office. Oh.
I'm sure people are mad at us.
Stephanie
for
Dowling is very
not
mad
doing
at
that.
you. The answer is, what is Scrantonicity? But I would also take Scrantonicity too,
that's
because he
pretty
left
good.
the band
That's pretty
at one
good.
point.
That's
So
pretty good.
Jeopardy So Meta 1200.
okay. VH1's Rock and Roll Jeopardy launched the career of this host, who now presides over Tribal Council. Who is Jeff Probst?
That's right.
Jeff
I knew
Probst.
his name was Jeff, and I was like, it's not Bezos.
Who is Jeff? Would not have been. Yeah, Jeff Bezos. He owns a lot of things, but Rock and Roll Jeopardy, not one of them.
They got tribes on the Amazon, right?
I guess so. Sure.
Let's do before and after artist 1200.
All right. If you can't get enough of Your Love, Babe, maybe you'd like a Thunder Kiss 65. Green, in the wire.
Who is Barry White Zombie?
That is correct.
Okay.
Green,
Alright,
coming up
cool,
with it.
cool, cool.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Let's kill off before and after.
All right. Imagine a band that sings I Want You Back because you're on the wrong side of heaven. Both bands are in Rocksmith. Who are the Jackson Five-Finger Death Punch?
That's right. We should know that.
Yeah, we should. I'm disappointed in all of us.
I was blanking on 5.
Just a reminder that both bands are in Rocksmith, so if you'd like to learn either song,
Are they available for purchase?
they're available
now?
for purchase now
Wow.
as downloadable content in Rocksmith 2014 Remastered
I don't believe you.
on all popular platforms. Except
Fictional
Switch.
bands for 400, please.
Yes, okay. 400 for fictional?
Yeah.
You got it. Glenn Danzig does not lead this rival band of Gem and the Holograms, or does he? Green.
Who are the Misfits?
That is correct. Gem and the Holograms' rival band
Truly-
was the Misfits.
Truly,
Wait, how is
truly
the
outrageous.
Misfits are not a
But the
fake
They
band?
There
were
was
also
it's
a
a
fake
different
band on that
Misfits,
cartoon.
I'm guessing.
Yes. Ah.
Yeah.
Or did he? But Glenn Danzig was not involved.
He did.
Right.
Yeah, different Misfits, yeah.
Fictional bands for 800, if you would.
Ted Theodore Logan and Bill S. Preston Esquire formed this band as part of their excellent adventure. Yes, Green.
Who is Wild Stallion?
Wild Stallions is correct. You are making a push for this here late in the game. 4,600 in third place, but still moving. And, of course, we are moving towards Final Jeopardy. So where would you like to go next?
Innovators for 12.
All right. Roger Rossmeisel designed this company's 4000 series of basses, favored by Chris Squire, Paul McCartney, and Lemmy, among many others. Yes.
Who is Fender?
No, sorry. Anybody else? Blue.
What is Rickenbacker?
That is correct. Roger Rossmeisel being the guy who brought the German carve to Rickenbacker. Yes, the 4000 series basses. Oh, well done, Chris. You're back in control, and you have $10,000 more than Doug right now.
That's not right.
Let's do Jeopardy So Meta.
It's
Read
really,
that out.
it's not right. I wasn't rooting for him. On Saturday Night Live, Daryl Hammond played this Scottish actor mercilessly tormenting Alex Trebek. Yes, Blue.
Who is Sean Connery?
That's correct. Yes.
Unusual guitars for 800.
All right. Paul Gilbert took the classic Ibanez Iceman, flipped the body backwards, and rechristened it with his hotter name. It's right there in front of you. What is the Fireman? The Ibanez Fireman.
Well,
it is.
I
That-
was like, would he?
Yeah.
Would he?
Would he do
He-
that?
Would he?
It's Paul Gilbert. He
Yeah.
certainly would, and that's the Fireman backwards. So, three to go. Where do you want to go?
Innovators 400.
400. Frustrated by tremolos that wouldn't stay in tune, he developed a locking tremolo system, which was ultimately patented in 1979. Blue.
What is Floyd Rose?
Yes, Floyd Rose, the man, the myth.
Let's do unusual guitars 400.
Okay. Fender hoped to slice off some of the 80s metal market for itself with this model, named after the swords of samurai. Yes, Blue.
How's a katana?
Yes, Katana, the Fender Katana. I would just want to leave it up there because it's such an interesting guitar that you just wouldn't expect Fender to do. At NAMM a couple of years ago, one of their master builders built a new Katana just as a showpiece because he was like, I think people need to see this guitar again. And everybody was like, are you going to make it again? He's like, no, it's just a one-off. And he did it in this beautiful metallic orange. It looked ridiculous, and I loved it. But in any case, yeah, there you go. Hey, let's finish off the board with Innovators for 8. Leo may have borrowed the Fender headstock shape and 6-in-line tuners from this pioneer, better known for his vibrato system. Blue.
Who is Bigsby?
That is correct, Paul Bigsby. Okay, that's the end of round 2. Everybody is going into Final Jeopardy. That's good. Nobody's in negative dollar amounts. So all
Try as I
three
might.
of you...
Try as I might.
Yeah, that's okay. So we'll see if any of you can catch Chris. Technically, it's a runaway, depending on how he bets. But he may be crazy and go for fun, since there's no actual prize. And I'm not really going to execute people, even though I'd really like to. Regardless, what we're going to do is you're going to find out that the final countdown is this category is historic firsts. So in your last thing, you are going to have to wager now based on the money that you have. Doug, you
read
have
out the
yes.
okay,
Doug is the green player. He has $4,600. Andrew, you have $6,800 in second place, and Chris, you have $16,200 in.
How much did Andrew have?
6,800.
6,800. Yes, 6,800, 4,600, and 16,200. You've got some index cards in front of you. What I would ask you to do is write your wager on one card and then write your answer on a second card. When we come back and we play the game, and you will of course have 30 seconds. I hope the audio works correctly this time. I think that may be my fault actually. Now I think my system may be muted. Which would be dumb. But in any case, you'll have 30 seconds to give me the answer, and then you show me your answer, and then we'll show the wagers. But we're going to take a brief break while they ponder and they think about what they want to do on the category of historic firsts. Look to the chat room now, because I do believe that Brian Turner, UB Jurassic, has some more stuff to give away. And after this, we'll come back and we'll find out who is our Jeopardy champion for the day. Thanks for being with us. Do not go anywhere.
My name is Audrey. I live in Nagasaki, Japan. Where I live is a countryside, so there aren't that many stores, but I like how I can play guitar and kick and shout as loud as she wants. One day my dad bought me a guitar because he wanted to learn electric guitar with Rocksmith. He tried it out and he thought that it would be cool for me. The very first song that I was kind of good at was Boys Don't Cry. I'm gonna be on the stage for the first time, so I'm a little nervous about maybe making mistakes and stuff, but even if I do, I just want to have fun playing guitar.
Making her North American stage debut, please welcome Audrey Shida.
I want to be the best guitarist in the world, not just for me, for the audience and for the fans. Until I go all the way to there, I think I won't stop playing guitar or Rocksmith.
Ladies and gentlemen, Audrey Shida. Remember the name.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Rocksmith Encore. You are here for the dregs of Rocksmith, the game show. For the last hour, we've been playing a Jeopardy-alike, which is all about music and guitars and stuff that should be relevant to people who are into Rocksmith. And so our three contestants today, Doug and Chris and Andrew, in that order left to right, are playing. They're going into the final countdown. which is our version of Final Jeopardy here. They have made a wager based on their money. Right now, in third place is Doug with $4,600. Second place is Andrew with $6,800, and Chris has a commanding lead with $16,200. He's been very fast on the buzzer, and we have been talking in between the commercial breaks to note that is a very important part of playing Jeopardy. And so Chris has gotten there. However, we have no idea how much he's wagered. Maybe he's going to do all of it and get this question wrong. Somebody else, we have no idea. It's live TV. So you will have 30 seconds. I don't really think that the Jeopardy music is going to play. It's supposed to, but the software has been misbehaving today. So I'm going to just do it on a stop. Yes, and I will.
Okay.
Yes, I will hum it or possibly sing it, make up words. I don't know. But in any case, once I'll show you the question, and then once I'm done reading it, you'll have 30 seconds, and then we'll go around in reverse order of money, and we'll figure out who is today's Jeopardy champion. So the category is historic first, and this is your question. On August 6, 1994, she became the first musician to hit #1 on Billboard as an unsigned artist. You have 30 seconds. Good luck. Break it down. I'm a little fast. I have to fill seconds. You have 10 seconds left. You actually have 5 seconds. Okay, pencils down. Thank you very much for playing the game to begin with. I appreciate that you guys are game to throw yourselves out here. You have no idea what I'm going to be asking you, and you're good sports. Also, thank you to Travis Kindred and Anthony Martinez, who are helping us run the tech side of the thing, because, of course, this calls for some different cables to be plugged into different inputs and outputs, and I'm running everything off of a laptop, and we don't normally do it this way. So thank you very much for donating your time and expertise. Doug, we're going to start with you. Did you get the correct Jeopardy answer
I did
or
not.
question? You did not.
I did not.
What did you write down?
I was about half a decade off, and I said, "Who is Amy Grant?"
And you did it so small that nobody can read it. So that's great.
It's like
Thanks.
the text form.
I mean,
down
yeah.
the speaking to
Can
It's okay. No, you had a 3x5 area. You could have gone like whole hog, and that would have
But
been
I
great.
used the sign.
You used the
sign with
lines. Yeah.
Could have
Okay.
explored
Who
the
is Amy
space.
Grant is incorrect, I'm
Yeah.
afraid to tell you. How much did you wager?
I said, "Why not 4,600?"
Why not 4,600?
I'll tell you why not.
So I'm going to
I
type
can
that
do the
in.
math for you.
Yeah? So
Yeah.
can the computer. There you go, 0.
Oh yeah,
All right.
that sounds right.
So we're going to go to red. Andrew, you had $6,800 going into final. And did you get the correct Jeopardy question?
Spoiler alert, I don't know. What is the answer? I said, who is Aretha Franklin?
Who is Aretha Franklin? Good guess. But no, and she was pretty well signed by the 1960s. But then again, her contract could have lapsed. But no, that's incorrect. How much did you wager? 6,800. He went big, and he's going home. So that leaves it to Chris. You're the only person who has the potential to have money left.
What do you say? August 1964?
No, August 6, 1994.
Okay.
94.
Okay, like you guys were talking about
August
Aretha
6,
Franklin. I was
1994.
It said no. It said it looked like 1964
So
from over
I
here.
read-
If 6
read
was
90.
9, yes.
Yeah,
but no.
I read 64.
Oh, no, then Aretha Franklin makes a heck of a lot of sense. But no,
Yeah.
1994.
Oh.
Kind of critical to getting the whole thing.
Yeah, that would have been critical.
Yeah.
for that.
That informed my guess, which is where is Alanis Morissette?
No, but that is a good guess. That is incorrect. The answer is, who is Lisa Loeb? She hit #1 with Stay.
I wrote that
We
fact
knew that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, as part of
read that.
Reality Bites. She was friends and lived next door to Ethan Hawke, and they were looking for a song for the film, and he said, "Oh, you should go see my friend play tonight at this club." And the filmmakers did, and they're like, "We love that song. We want to put that in the movie." And then they released it as a single. And she didn't have a major record label deal. She just was an indie artist with the first time that anybody ever went #1. With no label behind them, isn't that? Or with no record deal. Anyway, how much money did you lose in your wager?
I wagered
$25.99, giving you immunity from being executed live on air. 13,601, a very good showing. Thank you very much, Chris.
It was okay.
That's that's super good. I'm going to see real quick if we have any questions in the final couple of seconds that we're on the air, because we're just at about an hour. So as long as I'm not on the air.
we should say that Lisa Loeb song. in Rocksmith.
That is available in
It is
Rocksmith.
crazy how
it's
that works.
funny you mentioned that,
called
and I'm
Stay.
glad you did.
And it's funny that we all did not really even
I have
guess
just
artists.
one question from the
Yeah.
audience, and it's for Andrew.
that?
Jean 308
Oh,
says,
no.
"Do people in the Bay Area really say Bay Area like Andrew Levin does?"
Bay
Area! Bay Area!
Yeah, actually, we really do.
Yeah.
Check out any song by E40 or Mac Dre or
Bay Area.
yeah, or Keek to Sneak.
I'm not sure that's in
This
John's
is the
wheelhouse
first time
from what
that
I
I've-
know about John.
this is the first time I've
Yeah,
heard
I'm gonna have to educate you on
people
Bay
say
Area
that,
hip
like
hop.
that.
They
man.
also called the Yay.
The Yay.
sometimes.
Oh, I like that.
You know, there's
The
a song.
Yay area.
There's a
That's
song
right.
called "Welcome to the Bay" by Mac Dre. I'm pretty sure they say Bay Area just like. But yeah, growing up in the Bay Area, people would definitely yell Bay Area like really frequently.
Now that said, there are several people now in the chat room saying, "No, we don't." So you may have to convince some of your fellow Yay area folks that. Oh, very cute. K-Fod says Jay-Z lives in the Bay Area, the B-E-Y area. La, 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 la. Anyway. Enough of that. Thank you very much for being with us. We will be back on Thursday with our regular stream. Your friend Doug Lilly will be back hosting as we go over the music of Greta Van Fleet Pack 2. The first one was such a success, and we were able to get some more clearances, so let's bring that in. If you like the classic rock vibe, that sort of 70s heavy rock, you're going to dig the Greta Van Fleet 2 pack. Also, tonight, if you would like to get a sneak peek at that pack, Elisa Rockdoc here on Twitter, that's ROCKDOC. Elisa Rockdoc will be giving you your first sneak peek at it. She will play it live tonight on her channel at 7 o'clock Eastern.
I think it's.
Or is it
I think it's 6 o'clock Pacific.
6 o'clock Pacific,
Yeah,
9
right.
p.m. Eastern. So just a few hours. Go over to her channel now, check it out. Or if you'd like to see the first Rocksmith game show, if you had so much fun during this hour that you demand another episode, there is another one in our backlog here on Twitch. All of our previous shows are available. So just look through the old Rocksmith Encores, and you will find one called Rocksmith the Game Show, and test yourself on that one. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for letting me do this. And thank you to tuning in. We will see you hopefully in just 3 days on Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Are we back to 10 p.m.? Has the time changed
I think
to
it
10
is
p.m.?
10 p.m.
Okay, 10
I think
p.m.
Matt L told me that
GMT.
He was waiting.
Yeah,
Man, time
It's late.
zones.
Yeah.
it's how does that work?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, thanks very much from all of us at Rocksmith. Thanks for tuning in for Encore. We'll be back next month as well with another Encore. What will it be? We don't know. We haven't even planned it yet, have we?
No.
We have no idea. So maybe your ideas would be accepted at rocksmith.com in the forums. If you have some things that you'd like us to go over, go ahead and do it. What? No.
Can we clap it off like in? I feel like in Jeopardy.
Sure.
everyone's
Okay. We'll clap
clapping.
it off. Bye, everybody, and we'll see you on Thursday right here on Twitch.
Let's all shake hands.
We challenged people across the country to learn guitar in 60 days with Rocksmith. Here's what happened.
Oh wait, I should probably turn it up, huh?
No. It actually tracks every note you play.
And as you totally nail each section, it gets harder.
They've got like hundreds of songs from so many bands.
The fact that you're plugging in a real guitar is awesome.
I can't even imagine being where I am in such a short time.
Rocksmith costs way less than any private lessons you can do.
On day 60, I've got awesome guitar riffs that I can pull out anytime.
I feel like I'm a guitar player now.
Rocksmith, the fastest way to learn guitar. Now updated with improved practice tools and menus and 6 bonus songs. Learn more at rocksmith.com.